No matter how many times I see scenes with her, I'm always just so impressed with how good she looks. Although, I'm not sure which outfit I like better. What do you guys think? Oh, whoops, sorry. So, a couple weeks ago, I was reached out to take a sponsored look at First Summoner. It looked interesting, and after doing some research, I decided to take it. Why? Because it seemed like a non-pay-to-win, non-autoplay mobile game, and that, well, games like that, they definitely pique my interest. Now, when I finished my very first video on the game, I'd spent maybe 2 hours in it, tops. As of this video, I've spent over 12 hours, and man, I did not know that mobile games could be this difficult, but simultaneously rewarding. See, First Summoner is a strategy RPG. Not a turn-based strategy RPG, but one that actually makes you control your character, what monsters you have summoned, and the flow of battle itself. So errors, which I'll be honest here, I made quite frequently, were enough to change the entire course of the battle and land you needing to restart your mission. Yes, small mistakes can really be that punishing, and that is something that I have not seen in a very, very long time. There was this one mission in specific, exactly which one escapes me at this very moment, but that mission, oh man, that mission kept me retrying for about an hour, an entire hour. I did everything that I possibly could. I upgraded all of my units. I went ahead and I upgraded all of my gear. I attempted various different strategies. I deployed a variety of different units. At the end of the day, after a very, very long, arduous 1 hour grind, since I refused to give up there and do a video at that point, I finally made the correct strategic use of healers and melee units to emerge the victor. And it was moments like this that made me honestly really enjoy the game. What I played, what I'd experienced in game thus far, it didn't look like, it didn't feel like a mobile game. Normally I wouldn't really go so deep into my experience because what I'm doing is basically just a first look at it, but my god, I could not believe that this game had me so frustrated at times, but in the kind of way that makes you want to try even harder, I guess. Have you guys ever had moments like that? I'm sure you have. You guys are gamers, of course. I dare say that the actual missions were possibly even more difficult than the boss fights themselves. Boss fights take place in an instanced off room and typically pit you against a boss monster that has ads spawn randomly around the room. You gain resources to summon new units the longer the battle goes on, and it's up to you to decide how to go about best utilizing your deck of monsters. But out in the field, out on missions, once you obtain your resources, it is so difficult regaining them back, especially for those instances where you really absolutely need them. When you're out of melee units to protect your back line. When your healers all die and you can't keep your front line alive. When a boss just decides to zerg you through your entire group, mowing down like everyone in his way, and you're like, oh, yeah, well, wouldn't it be nice if I could summon something to protect me right now? Again, this is why strategy is so crucial, such a pivotal part of making it out of each chapter alive. And trust me, I'm very mediocre at this game. That is me at my best. I get an average of like 2 stars per mission, barely making it out with 1 stars at times, purely because encounters can be that damn difficult. I'm just too stupid to really like excel at strategy games, so I'll be the first here to admit some of the missions took me more than a few retries to get through. Ultimately though, I think this is the most I have ever invested into a mobile game before, and I do these kinds of games for my mobile channel. The story, that evil wraith death looking dude that keeps floating around me acting all weird and foreboding. The combat, which has you stay on your toes the entire time or risk failing the entire mission, being forced to begin over. Being able to play through it all without having to worry about purchasing new units. It's all just a refreshing take on the genre, I guess. One I didn't ever expect to see, honestly. Legit, I have never been so hooked on a mobile game, which is a statement I never thought that I would ever admit to. If more mobile games were like this, I can safely say that there would be a lot of good games to play. But First Summoner marks the first time I have ever played a mobile title this good. It very well might be a long while before I ever get to play another game that feels as good as this does, but regardless, I can tell you all that I am not going to be stopping anytime soon. I have more chapters to get through and more bosses with my name on them. If difficult but satisfying strategy RPGs are your thing like they are mine, then I recommend you give First Summoner a try. I will include a link to download the game in the description and the pinned comment below. It is a beautiful game with a lot to do in it. I could not recommend this as a mobile game for people to try out any more than I currently have. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I have been. Trust me, if you are into the genre, you'll get a kick out of how good this is. That was pretty much the general consensus after I finished my first video. But that is just my opinion, my first impression of the game. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy it? Do you enjoy it? Will you try it out, or do you even want to? Let me know in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Oh hey, get your groove on, make it sway. Do your thing, boy, it's okay. I think we'll be more than friends.